Tēnā koutou te whānau, no mai hoki mai ki te Haohao Te Tangata, our Whangaroa Papa Hapū video series where we're talking about all things redress here in Whangaroa. I'm really excited to come to you today from a really special location here in Wainui Bay, where I'm having a kōrero with Whaea Raiha Fredericsen, who's one of our kuia from Ngāti Ruamahue. Tēnā kuia Whaea.
Kia ora, kia koe no ki e mai ana.
So Whaea, can you briefly explain what is Te Wakaminenga?
Whakamenenga is important because that's the place that holds the kai kōrero, the voices of the 29 hapū that are currently in the draft copy of Ngāti Ruamahue and the draft mandate strategy.
So Whaea, how does the selection process take place for Te Wakaminenga?
It is up to hapū to call a hui, and there is a little bit of pūtea that will help you cover costs as a hapū. So basically, when the hapū decides that yes, they're going to go ahead and call for nominations for your kai kōrero, then it's up to the hapū to assess each nominee against the required criteria. It's a heavy obligation to be taking on the mantle of your hapū kai kōrero, because we don't know how long it's going to take. Some members of the Whangaroa Papa Hapū have been working on a template along with Te Tari o Whakatau on what criteria would need to be covered by those kai kōrero. Basically, you have to verify your whakapapa, you need to demonstrate some knowledge that you practice tikanga mahi. You need to be recognised by first off, your own whānau, the kaumātua kuia, as a person that's of some integrity and mana. That person also needs to have demonstrated leadership in tikanga with your hapū, other hapū, and that person also needs to be able to guide others in applying tikanga, and mentoring as well would be really good. You don't know the age group that'll come through the hapū kai kōrero. They're going to be older ones, the younger ones. It's having the ability to work collectively with everyone else. They need to act in accordance with the tika pona aroha of their hapū. But they need to respect the collective decisions and uphold those, even if they disagree. They need to protect the integrity and the mana of the hapū of Whangaroa. And I think I've already said it, that they definitely need to demonstrate a whole commitment to the collective purpose of Wakaminenga, which is to get us to a stage of agreeing this is what we want. We need to go for as much as we know we're entitled to, always knowing that you're going to be cut back. It's a reality, but even if they don't get what they think they were entitled to, it's there in writing, should it come up again. I think it's important that the hapū just lay it on the line. This was ours, this is what we've lost. You can never 100% give us back what we've lost, but give us back our mana and our ability to stand tall.
Where are we at in Whangaroa in terms of establishing Te Wakaminenga?
Well, about this time last year when Ngāti Ruamahue was introduced, we are now at a place where hapū have definitely taken up the ability to hold hapū conversations. It's the conversation of Ngāti Ruamahue and redress and settlement is on everybody's tips, whether you're whānau or not. It's conversation that's held round the dinner table, round getting together. For any hapū within that 29 named in Ngāti Ruamahue and the draft mandate strategy, hopefully that you as a hapū take up the challenge to find your kai kōrero, or otherwise someone else might just speak for you, and it will happen.
Just finally, what message do you want to leave whānau about the topic of Te Wakaminenga and also just redress in general?
For me, I still maintain Wakaminenga is our face to redress. It is those kai kōrero that will speak for us, will argue for us, will debate, will discuss, or cry, or laugh together, but they will be working hopefully on a collective basis for ngā hapū katoa o Whangaroa. Redress. Redress is a term that is infinite, but again, if we were looking in time-wise, it's still several years that the kai kōrero will be working towards that, and we will only get to that if we get the majority of the hapū that back the draft mandate, and then no longer it becomes our mandate. So, whānau ma, get your hapū together, find your kai kōrero, young, old, female, male, auntie, uncle. You never know who's out there that is ready to take on that job for your hapū. Always the whānau and the hapū have to make sure that you've got their back covered as well.
Well, kia ora whai, that was awesome. I really appreciate the kōrero. And whānau, as always, you can follow us on Whangaroa Papa Hapū on Facebook, on Instagram, or on YouTube. We'll have a longer version of this kōrero on YouTube. And if you do have any pārtai or feedback, you can contact us on comms@whangaroapapahapu.org.nz. Until next time, take care and ka kite anō. Kia ora.
Atua.
Mā te wā.